Hey cuties! Mwah! So today I'm going to be answering a question that has blowing up in my comments and my DMs, every place on social media. So I'm just going to address it on a video. There was many people asking, so I didn't just want to reply to a few people or just like copy and paste like the same answer because, you know, not everyone would see it. I was thinking about going live so I could just like talk with you guys on live, but then I'm like, not everyone has like TikTok live, or if I was going on Instagram live or something like that. But I thought it would just be better to post a whole video on YouTube here. Where is Benny? What's going on with Benny? Because you guys haven't been seeing him in my vlogs that I've been posting. So here we go. I really appreciate your guys' concern for Belly. I just literally fat shamed up Benny's well-being, and I thought that it was a proper thing to do to come on and just tell the truth, not sugarcoat things, not avoid it, and just tell you guys straight up. First of all, Benny is literally right here. Come on, Benny, come on. See? He's right beside me. Hey, Benny, how's it going? I'm just kidding. Okay. Now, I know a lot of you are like, where is he? Like, this isn't a laughing matter, but totally everything is perfectly fine, okay? Did Benny die? No, he's very much alive. 2, did we rehome him? No, we did not rehome him. 3, did we surrender him to a shelter or an SPCA or something like that? No, we did not do that. Basically, I think those were all the questions, and then where is Benny is the other like main question. So for the longest time, I have been wanting a new puppy to add to our home and our family. I miss having my own dog that I can bring for walks and such and such. I've already explained this. So when the time was actually getting closer, like this is really happening, me and Austin both had to figure out what to do with Benny while Oswin's a puppy. Now, when I say that, I know a lot of you guys are going to be confused, but I'll just say that puppies, like little puppies, like that are biting and running around, being like, you know, puppy stage and stuff like that, Benny is not the greatest with. He is very standoffish, he's uncomfortable, he is aggressive, he does not like puppies. Full-grown dogs, sometimes he has an issue with it, sometimes he doesn't. But overall, I would say like puppies are just a no-no around Benny, but we know that. It's just a rough situation either way, but one, we obviously none of us want to give up on Benny. He is part of this family, and this is Benny's home first before Oswin, right? Like it's not a competition or anything like that, but this is Benny's home. So he deserves to be in his home, 100%. We were brainstorming ideas, and none of the ideas were including rehoming. If it wasn't the case where we could have Benny comfortable with a new puppy, then it just wouldn't have happened. But we were able to find a solution where we can do that, and I'm so happy, relieved for this situation. When Oswin was like a puppy, he was literally this small, and one bite, and I don't want to see that, right? Like, I just want to clarify that it's not just about what I want to see. It's more, I don't want an innocent little puppy coming into a new home being so trusting and being attacked. And when we know that this is his demeanor with little puppies, it's not responsible as a pet owner when you know these things to just chance it, so to speak. Nobody wants to keep their head on a swivel or wonder or be uncomfortable or give that energy that we're not scared, but like worried about if Benny's gonna do something. And also, it's Benny's comfortability. He's not comfortable. So overall, the situation wouldn't be comfortable for anyone. It's not fair to Benny. It's not fair to Oswin to potentially get attacked. We don't want to live in a house where there's tension and possible attacking, you know what I mean? And we don't want to lock Benny away or lock Oswin away. We want everyone just to live happy. I don't want to go into like where Benny has been aggressive before in past and stuff like that, because I don't want to talk negatively about him, but just know like it just wouldn't have been a good situation, an ideal situation, and that's okay. We're gonna find a solution rather than thinking of the negatives. We're gonna find a positive and work around it for our family, including Benny. So basically what we came up with was we're gonna wait, and because puppies grow. Right now, Oswin's about the same size as Cooper right now. He's growing so much. So this is Oswin. He's so much bigger than when he was a little puppy. So that's great. He's almost at the size where we're comfortable with, you know, them living together. Yay! I don't know if you guys have had situations like this in the past, or I know some people are just gonna disagree totally, but this is the situation that it had to be. So basically, Benny right now just temporarily is living with Austin's dad, and he knows the house. He's been there countless amounts of times. He's been with Austin's dad many times. He's comfortable with him. He's his grandpa, and then his dad's dogs are his cousins. Like, he loves them. He's comfortable around them. We thought that would be a perfect idea. And actually, Austin's dad just recently lost one of his dogs. So his dad goes for walks every morning. They go to the river every morning. So Benny's getting exercise every single day. He's running, swimming every day, just loving nature and hikes and stuff like that. So I thought it was the perfect place for him to go. So it's almost like Benny's at summer camp, okay? He's not going to be there forever. He's just there until Oswin grows, basically. So it's not some negative thing. We did not abandon him. Basically, when your family members go like, okay, you need to leave. He's just gone for a few, we don't know exactly. That was the safest way that we could figure out. I mean, there's so many different opinions, I know that, but that was just what we did. So that's where Benny is right now. He has come here, because his dad comes to the city sometimes, a couple times, and Oswin and Benny did meet. We had them meet outside where there was an open gate. It went okay. It didn't go terrible, but it didn't go like, woo! Like, it was like, okay. So they were able to be in an open environment and see each other. Oswin was still quite young, so he was just like really just walking around. He was so used to dogs at that time because, you know, he just had gotten away from all of his brothers and sisters and stuff, you know, start smelling each other and stuff like that. Benny was very standoffish and that's why we kept them separate, and I think that's a good thing to do anyway with dogs interacting, especially if one dog is very uncomfortable with small little dogs that are puppies and rambunctious, because we know Benny's demeanor, and as responsible pet owners, we know what Benny doesn't like and what is going to be a bad situation and how to avoid that and just not have that happen. Okay, so what about the future, I guess people are going to say. So Oswin now is at a size where we are all comfortable with having Benny back. However, now this is like a second part of this that I have been keeping from you guys because I just like, it was just so hard, but it does also have to do with why Benny isn't here for the second reason now. So when we were in the vlogs and we had Benny with us to Calgary, that's why we were bringing him to Calgary to stay with his dad. And then when we were coming home in the vlogs, Benny wasn't there. He's definitely gonna be home, okay, you guys? But now something else happened. So after Oswin got his second round of vaccines, or his booster, I think it is, like his boosters of his first vaccines or something like that, he got extremely sick, and I'm talking like yelping in pain. He was eating, but then he wouldn't eat. He stopped eating. He had very limited use of his legs, so we brought him to the emergency room. Obviously, they kept him for 2 nights. They gave him fluids and antibiotics and stuff like that, and ran a bunch of tests. Literally, this little man has had so many tests, and before anyone says it has anything to do with here, it doesn't have anything to do with here. I have all this paperwork was just from his first emergency vet visit here. They couldn't find anything that was wrong, and he was starting to get better with the fluids. So they discharged him, and he eventually got stronger and stronger, and literally a week or two-ish, a week and a half-ish later, he just declined so rapidly again, and it was like, he would literally be fine and then just like what is happening? He couldn't even use his legs. He just couldn't. We would bring him outside to pee and we would have to hold him up, because if we were to let him go, he would just fall and just collapse. He had no use of his legs. He then wasn't eating. Every time he would move his mouth, he would yelp in pain. He couldn't move. He was just basically like laying there. Like, it was so sad. It was such a night and day from him being such a playful puppy to just. But we brought him back to the emergency vet, and the second time, they looked at him and they said, you need to go to the U of S, like, as that's our main, like, emergency vet hospital right now. So we rushed him there, and when we did, we walked in. We didn't even take a seat. We didn't even sign anything. We didn't do anything. They literally called for triage. I've been to that emergency vet countless times, and I've never heard that, seen that, or anything. Like, oh my God, it was heart-wrenching. They literally took this poor little puppy. They took him for 5 days. He was in there for almost a week. Like, literally 5 days overnight, 6 days. These are this paperwork. Like, literally, look at all these tests he had. Like, literally, there's pages, like pages of tests. Literally so many tests, antibiotics, just different things, steroids. So they found out what was wrong with him, which was, so he was going to need an MRI, which alone cost $6,000. And we were like, that alone, that isn't anything else. Like his previous visit, that was almost $2,000. I was honestly thinking of doing a GoFundMe. He had to be in an incubation chamber, oxygen chamber. We had to sign a thing like stating like, we understand that he may not, you know, like the worst case situation. So we were preparing, they were basically preparing us for the worst. We got pamphlets for experiencing, and it was heart-wrenching. He is doing great now. He still is on his meds and stuff like that. So if you guys see him, he has like a bald patch. He's had 2 checkups since then, and he's doing so much better. He was shaved every like joint he was shaved on, and then he shaved at the back of his neck. So they did a spinal tap, and that came back that he has what's called IMPA, and that is an autoimmune disease. So it's nothing that we did or anything like that. There's nothing to prevent an autoimmune disease. You know, lots of people have autoimmune diseases, right? There can be triggers for it, and the vet thinks that the vaccinations, his booster, it's so closely so close in time that she thinks that that's what triggered his autoimmune disorder. So it's basically his joints are swollen, and they swell, and they become, there's fluid in them. So that's why they shaved each of his joints and got fluid out of there, tested that and tested everything, and then were able to find steroids to help him with it. He's done one of his meds. He still has 2 left, and we're almost done them. And then when he's done them, we have to decide, are we gonna do his last rounds of vaccines? Just started storming. Oh my God, is that a sign to not? I don't know. Like, it's just, that's all a different thing, which I will update you guys in the vlog about his IMPA journey. But in a nutshell, basically, he was a very, 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 very sick boy. That prolonged Benny coming home, basically. When we did pick Oswin up the second time from the vet, she said that he has to be Oswin has to be in quarantine. So basically, can't even take him for a walk, can't take him anywhere. Like, I can't take him out of the yard. He had to be just confined to the deck. He wasn't even allowed on the yard because she wanted any scent of a dog that was previously there, or not even scent, you know what I mean, traces of a dog, to be completely gone so it didn't re-trigger his autoimmune response. You just had to be on the deck, and we bought a pee mat and stuff like that. It was a time. Now she has said that he can go on the grass, so he's been going on the grass again, but no walks until he's fully vaccinated and done his medications and this doesn't flare up again. So we're really, it's every 2 to 2.5 weeks he has a vet appointment just to check him out. But so far we're doing good. So this is just prolonged Benny from coming home. She said cats are fine, but he cannot be in contact with other dogs. I am not a vet. This is just what she told me. So I want just both of them to be healthy, and then we can all live a long, healthy, happy life together, and everyone is gonna be okay. So you're gonna see Oswin's little shaved head in the vlogs and stuff like that. July was just a roller coaster of a month, honestly, with all this like vet things, but at least we found, oh my God, kudos to vet techs, vet assistants, vets, emergency clinics. Oh my gosh, like I can't even say my gratitude enough on how hard they work, how their bedside manner is, especially the U of S, how hard they work. And she was so excited, or relieved, but excited that they found a cause, like what is wrong. She's like, we found it, it's IMPA, his own, so it's basically his own immune system goes against him and attacks him. When Oswin is better, I'm not saying like he has to be 100% better, but he is in quarantine right now. So when he is cleared from quarantine, Benny's gonna be right back here. Like, this is his home. He's gonna be even bigger than, you know, he's probably gonna be bigger than Coop by the time Benny gets back here, because Oswin's growing so rapidly. There's no time frame. It's just when the vet clears it for him to be out of quarantine, and if we can get the 3rd set of shots. It's all up in the air, but I will let you guys know. But as of right now, Benny is not rehomed. He is very much alive and happy. I'm so thankful that he's able to be with Grandpa and live with Grandpa, and Grandpa spoils him and loves him and takes care of him and everything. So he's at Grandpa's house chilling and living his best life. This is still his home, and he's going to be back here 100%. And then we will start the process of introducing them again, because I don't know if Benny will remember him. I don't know. Oswin will be more not in a puppy mindset. He still is very much like that, but he'll be a little more mature enough to you know, anyways, that is what it is. It is what it is. I know people are gonna have opinions all around, but honestly, we needed to do what was best for safety for our animals, and we know Benny best. Austin knows Benny best. This is just the best thing and best case scenario that we could have done for our family. So he's with Grandpa. Everything's good. We're all gonna go camping. Not Oswin because he's quarantined, but we're all gonna go camping and we're gonna hang out with Benny soon. Who knows? Maybe by then he'll be ready just to come back home. I don't know, but I will keep you guys updated. I wasn't avoiding this question. I could have said he's with Austin's dad. I could have just said that, but I feel like people would have had more questions like why? Like, oh, did you guys just like abandon him at his dad's or give him away to his dad? I just feel like that's what would have happened. Not everyone. You guys, like, there are some people that are very, and like, you know, you guys, when you see somebody online, you grow attached not only to them, but their dogs, their cats, their home, their family members, right? So I wanted to be able to talk and tell you guys and explain to you just truthfully and not sugarcoating it. And it wasn't just like a sentence or a paragraph long thing. I just wanted to be able to explain it and for you guys to listen to me. Oswin's doing great now, but we're just gonna hope that this little man is good for the future. But this apparently he'll grow out of it when he's not a puppy, so that's really, really good as well. When Oswin gets stronger and bigger, Benny will be here. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for caring about Benny, and I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Mwah! Bye, guys. Thank you guys for being so caring. I love you. Bye.